can't be good on that costly camera there. Hello everybody, it's Robby Spencer and welcome to another Robby Spencer's Adventures. I hope it ain't dead. That can't be good on that costly camera there. Hello everybody, it's Robby Spencer and welcome to another Robby Spencer's Adventures. Well, we'll start here in about 3 seconds. 2. Hello everybody, it's Robby Spencer and welcome to the show once again. I'm here in Fall Branch at the Lamplight Theater, and this is part of their Fall Folk Fest. I've had a lot of people write in on my website wanting to see a show on Applebutter, so here it is. We've got Mary's going to help us out.
Yes sir, I am.
Thank you. And we also got Mr. Cecil over here. Thank you. And we'll start making apple butter here right after this short break. Hello everybody, here's a little bit of a song called Butter Beans. Now just a bowl of butter beans. Pass the cornbread if you please. Well, I don't want no collard greens. Just a bowl of them good old butter beans. Friends, let me tell you, I've got that song there on volume 1 of my $5 CD, specially priced. If you'd like to learn more about them, how you can get a hold of them, go right here to robbyspencer.com. Well, welcome back, and I guess we'll start with apple butter. Who's going to talk to me first here, Mary?
I guess I can. We're going to have apple butter out here at the Folk Fest to sell, and we've been working on getting it together, and we're going to show you today how to do that.
All right, now what's the first thing we need? Some apples?
Yes, sir. Apples.
Is there any best kind of apples to use, or do you know?
I think Cecil could probably answer that better.
Should use a sour apple because the sweeter ones don't make as good apple butter and they don't cook up as good.
All right, and I'd say early June apples won't work because
Anything's got kind of a wang to it, you know, sour.
Okay.
No, sweet apples, you know.
Well, I was gonna say since it's not early June, it'd be kind of hard to find those, wouldn't it?
Granny Smith or just any of them will work like that.
All right, now you're gonna show us. You prefer to peel the apples the old-fashioned way, don't you?
Right, peel them by hand.
So
There we go.
you just start off peeling like that.
Yes, sir.
Can you peel one without breaking the peel?
No, sir. I can try, but I doubt it.
Like on the Andy Griffith Show?
No,
Did you
I
ever
already
see that
broke.
episode?
I did.
And ain't there some kind of good luck if you can peel one without, or do you know?
I don't know. I couldn't answer that, but I don't have the luck because I've already broken it about 4 times.
Now you're peeling it whole. Now whenever I seen my grandma peel apples, she used to quarter them first and peel them. Does that make it any easier, or do you know?
You know, it really doesn't matter. Just quarter them after and take the core out of them.
All right. So you're doing a good job. What kind of knife are you using? Just a regular paring knife?
Just a regular paring knife. Mm-hmm.
Have you ever cut yourself doing that?
Yes, sir, I have. Okay.
And so that's the way you peel an apple.
Yes, sir.
And when you get through, do you quarter it or?
Just cut it in half and then quarter it.
Okay. You take all the seeds and all that out?
And you don't drop it on the ground.
We'll save that one for making cider.
Okay. All right. All right. And then you just drop it in the bucket.
All right.
Okay. And some people like to use the automatic peeler there Cecil's got. Maybe he can show you how to do that.
So are you going to show us how?
Yeah, but I'm not going to break the peeling.
All right.
You go, Cecil.
That seems like it works a whole lot faster. It cores it too, don't it? So now what do you have to do to this apple whenever it's off the automatic peeler? You have to cut it up, wash it and cook it. You don't have to cut it up?
No.
Look at that. Whoops.
Here we go. I'll take that.
All right. You want to see if I can peel an apple now?
Okay.
You want me to do it? Want me to try it?
Want me to hold that for you?
Yeah, you can hold it. Now we start at the top.
That'll work.
And I peel towards me like this.
Mm-hmm.
You think I can peel it all with one?
You might be able to. That knife's not very sharp.
Is it better to use a sharp knife when you're peeling apples?
It is.
I'd say it's better to use a sharp knife when you're doing anything with a knife, wouldn't you?
Yes, sir.
Do I win some kind of prize if I can get it peeled all without breaking the peeling?
We might be able to find something for you.
I bet I'd get an apple.
That apple rot before we ever made it.
I'd say so. Well, I got to be careful when I'm using a knife because I'm bad about cutting myself sometimes. I was using a box cutter last week, run it right in my leg, and had to get 5 stitches.
Oh, no.
It's not that bad. They've come out now.
Okay.
Now, do you have to put anything on these apples to keep them from turning brown, like lemon juice or anything like that? Or do you worry about that?
No.
You just peel them a whole lot faster than I do, don't you?
But if you do want to do that, you can
But
put
then
lemon
that
juice
started
or
a month
salt.
ago.
Yeah. This knife
You're
is
doing
pretty
good.
dull.
You almost got to the end without breaking it.
I'm going to do my best on this. Now, is there anything else you make here at the folk festival other than apple butter?
Well, we're going to have fried apple pies. We have apple butter.
Caramel apples.
Caramel apples. So it's just an apple-based festival.
Good.
I got down to the end, but I come pretty close. Look at that.
You did good.
So now we get to the end. We get all the peeling off. And we cut it in half and quarters. This is usually the part where I cut myself. And then cut it again. And then we cut the core out.
Right.
You don't usually have to hold all the apples when you're trying to.
You can set them down. There you go.
So there we got an apple.
Right. Pretty good, huh?
It does taste good. You want to put those in your pot?
Put them right over here. Be good.
Now you gonna let me cut one on that deal right there?
I'll hold that for you.
You want to hold the microphone for me now?
I'll do it.
All right, you make a good microphone holder.
Find you an apple.
You got a whole
Put that
basket.
green one down there.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Either one.
Does it matter how you put it on there, Cecil?
Yeah, push your back into it.
The back end,
Oops.
Whoops.
the big end. Okay.
Center it up.
And it's got 3 little prongs on there.
There you
All
go.
right, I've got it on there now. Just I start turning
You
it
just turn that on.
like a fishing reel. And that little knife right there, it just digs right in, don't it?
Yeah. I'm going.
And then we've got an apple, another one of them curly fry apples. They're harder to hold on to, aren't
They are a
they?
little soft right now.
And then you've got the core. What's that good for? To throw away?
Yeah, that's all I know is good for it.
Okay. Well, how many more do we have to peel before we make apple butter?
Oh my gosh. How many quarts or pints do you have?
We have to, it's the kettle I have, it's like a 20-gallon container, so it takes about 20 gallons to start with.
All right, now my math's not the best, but they don't sell apples in gallons. They sell them by the bushel, don't they?
That's what it'd be about around 5 bushel, I guess. I don't know, something like that.
All right, 4 or 5 bushels. Let's get to work here.
Okay.
Okay. It's rolling now. Let me get over here right in between y'all. Now hopefully we don't set the cord on. That would be bad, wouldn't it?
Would I hold it?
All right. Well, here we are. We're back, and we've got all the apples peeled, and we've got the fire started under the kettle, and we're stirring. Is this actually called sauce now?
Right, applesauce, yeah. You have to make the applesauce thick enough to let no water run out of it. And then we add the sugar when it gets to that point.
So whenever we cook it, we're basically just boiling the water out of the apples.
Yes, that's what we're doing. We're boiling the water out of the apples.
I forgot to ask what your name is. Do you want anybody to know who you are?
Well,
Okay. Well, you want us to give you a stage name?
yeah,
How about Susie?
that'd be fine.
All right, we're talking to Susie here, stirring the apple butter. And who's your sidekick over here doing the stirring?
Lucy.
Was she Susie and Lucy? So let's see if we can get over here and talk to her for just a minute. Yeah, you can hold the microphone cord up there. You're doing a good job doing that.
Thank you.
Is there any trick to stirring that apple butter?
Pretty much a trick. You have to stir it and make it like in a circle 8 or a W. And you have to keep stirring it continually so it won't stick.
And that's the main point to stirring it, is just so it don't stick to the pot, right?
Correct.
There's a 50 silver dollar in the bottom of it too.
That's what I was going to ask you. Why do they drop the silver dollar in the kettle?
That's to help to keep it from sticking. When you stir it, stirs that silver dollar in there and helps you keep it from sticking.
All right, that sounds like it'd work.
It will work.
Now, in the old days, they actually had a wood fire under it, but we're using propane here today, right? Because it helps keep the fire a little bit more even, right?
Right. We made it last year here, though, and we used the logs, real fire. It makes it taste better.
All right. Well, how about the kettle? Is that a copper kettle?
It's a copper kettle, yeah. You can use copper or brass. And it's a 20-gallon kettle.
All right. So when we get through, are we going to have 20 gallons of apple butter?
No, we can't put it plumb full because it'll boil over. So we'll have almost 20 gallon. And I'd say today we'll probably have about 15, maybe 16 gallon.
All right. Now, how long have you had to stir this apple butter today?
Well, we made applesauce last night and then started cooking today. And we started about 9 o'clock. And it's got a long way to go yet. Don't know how long it'll take.
Well, let's see, what time is it now? It's about 25 minutes after 1.
It should be done by 4:30, 5 maybe.
And so what do you do to kind of pass the time while you're stirring apple butter? Do you sing or anything, or just talk to each other?
No, we just talk. We get acquainted again, all over again.
All right. Now that stirring stick, it's what's it made out of? It's made out of wood, isn't it?
Yeah, it's made out of wood. Yeah, it's called a apple butter stir.
Well, that's a good thing to call one.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Well,
That's apple butter kettle too.
it is?
Yeah.
Okay. And I bet that's apple butter fire underneath.
No,
What kind of fire is that?
propane.
Oh, yeah, we done said that, hadn't we? We're backtracking,
Apple
aren't
butter
we?
fire is a real fire.
Okay. Well, I'm going to ask a silly question here. Do you put butter in apple butter?
No. You making butter.
Oh, okay.
No, you don't put no butter, except when you get done and you make butter and biscuits. You make homemade biscuits with butter and apple butter on them.
Is that the best thing to eat apple butter on? biscuits?
Yeah, homemade biscuits.
Okay. How about homemade light bread? Would that work too?
No.
Well, what else do we have to do to the apple butter to get it ready? When it gets cooked down enough water is boiled out of it, then what do you do to it?
We have to add the sugar. Then we have to cook it back down again until no water come out of it. In other words, there's a lot of liquid to sugar, so it's got to cook back down again till it like a jelly.
Yeah.
And then after it gets done, then we cut the heat off and add the cinnamon.
Okay, and what kind of cinnamon do you use?
So pure cinnamon, liquid.
So you don't put the red hot candies in it like some people do?
No, that's modern.
All right.
This is real cinnamon.
Well, I've heard of different kinds of butter. There's cow butter, and then there's apple butter, and then there's peach butter, pear butter. Is peach butter made pretty much the same way?
Oh, no, I've never made any peach butter.
Oh, you're just an apple butter expert.
No, I ain't no expert.
Oh, well, you're just apple butter
I'm an apple butter
talker. Okay.
Not good at that.
Well, I think you're doing a fine job. Are you going to let me see if I could stir that just a little bit?
Absolutely.
All right. You want to hold the microphone for me? All right. And you say either a figure 8 or a W?
Yes, just as long as you don't let it scorch.
Drag it back.
All right. Now, being a W, would that be for the president there?
Yes.
George W?
Yeah.
So that's why we're stirring it in a W?
And the M is for master.
Master. Okay. So I've got this W down. Now, how about a figure 8? You just like you drawing an 8 there?
Yeah.
Am I doing a good job?
You're doing an awesome job. You're a good apple butter maker.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Can you write me out a certificate, or can I put this on my resume now?
You can put it on your resume, but you got to do this from the start, man. You got to peel your own apples.
Well, we peeled them yesterday over here.
Peel earring.
I peeled 1 or 2.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't here. I didn't see you.
I peeled 1 and left a whole peeling on the apple.
Well, that ain't good.
It's not.
No.
Why not?
Because you're supposed to get the peeling off. It's the purpose of peeling an apple.
No, I peeled it and I didn't break the peeling whenever I peeled it.
Oh.
That's pretty good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna let.
Did you core it at the same time?
I did when we used the machine.
Cheated again.
I did. I'm gonna let somebody else take over here.
It's a bubbling good.
There, I'll let you handle that. Well, I think we pretty much got everything taken care of right now until we go to put the sugar in, and then we'll be back and we'll talk to you or somebody else here in a little bit.
All right. Sounds good.
Susie, I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
All right, thank you.
George.
All right.
Kim said she went on up that way.
All right. Yeah. Well, we've moved the camera here, and we've got a real good shot of them stirring apple butter. What's she doing with that spoon and that plate right there?
She's checking to see if it's ready to add the sugar.
So she's just checking the consistency, how thick it is?
Right. And if there's any water runs out of it, it's not ready to put the sugar in.
All right. So we want kind of a thick consistency. Let me see if we can move that around and see that plate there. So there she's dipped the apple butter out on the plate to check and see how, and said it's got just a little bit of water there, right around the edge running out. So we need to cook it just a little bit more.
Yeah, we have to cook it till there ain't no water come out of it.
All right. Well, we'll keep on cooking it here.
See that water running down?
Yep, running right down that plate.
Yep.
Susie's backing away now, so I don't think she wants to help me on this. But while we're standing here watching them stir apple butter, I'll take just a second and tell you, if you like the show and you'd like to get a hold of me, you can email me, and that email address is robby@robbyspencer.com. And then if you want to visit me on the internet, you can go to my website, and that's robbyspencer.com. And then if you want to send me a letter in the mail, the address is P.O. Box 741, Bluff City, Tennessee 37618. And we'll be back here in just a second with some more apple butter. Well, I'm here with Kim Holbrook, and I'm glad I got to do this apple butter episode, and I really appreciate everybody here at the Lamplight Theater for allowing me to come out and do the show here.
We're glad you came, Robby.
And before we leave here, we'll talk a little bit about the Lamplight Theater. A lot of people may remember the old Beechwood building.
Yes.
And it's
It was the old Beechwood Family Entertainment, and we are in Fall Branch, Tennessee. We purchased this property from Don and Helen Baker from the days gone by, and we decided to make this a performing arts center. And we offer a lot of productions here. We do dinner theater, we do seasonal events like Folk Fest, and we are offering, the next thing that we're doing is Mortality Room. And this is, it's an alternative Halloween experience, and without giving too much away, you'll have to come out and see that.
Well, yeah, and let me tell you, you've got things that go on, or events that go on here pretty much year-round, don't you?
Yes, it's usually about every month to every other month. We do offer something like the Merriest Christmas, which is coming up in December. We also have a dinner theater for New Year's Eve, and that's the New Year's Eve Gala, and it's going to be a dessert bar and live entertainment throughout the evening. You can go on the website. We post that very regularly and have all the events out there, and that's www.lamplighttheater.com.
All right, and if they wanted to reach you by phone, is there a way that they could, or do they have you have an answering machine or anything like that?
We have a full office of administrators, and the number is 423-348-7610.
All right, thanks a lot, and be sure to everybody to check out the Lamplight Theater right here in Fall Branch. Tell everybody how to get here if they don't know where it's at.
All right, if you're coming on 81, take exit 50. That's the Fall Branch exit. Go through Fall Branch and make a left on Baileyton Road or Fall Branch Horton Highway, and we're 2 miles on Horton Highway. Can't miss us.
All right, well, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Let me ask you about the frog guys right here.
No,
Huh?
it was molasses.
Oh, that's molasses where they have the frog guys?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's when you tell them it's about done.
All right. We won't use that. We'll
No,
cut the...
we're not making molasses.
No.
I don't like them.
You don't?
No. I like to make them though.
You like to make
Yeah.
molasses?
But I don't like to eat them.
Put your little soda in them, get them foam up. Yeah, that makes it good.
Is it just molasses, or is anything made out of molasses? You like gingerbread?
Yeah, I can eat gingerbread. I like molasses cookies, stack cake, stuff. I just don't like to eat molasses. A lot of people do like.
How about the old-timey taffy when they'd make it out of molasses?
Yeah, that's good. That's good. You don't have to eat, you pull it. You ever been to a taffy pull?
No, I never have. I tried to make it at home one time, and you know what I ended up making? A mess.
Ends up on the floor too sometimes. I told my mom one time, I said, I bet that's what makes it so good.
Yeah.
Where it hits the floor so many times.
Well, you know what else I like to make out of molasses at Christmas time? Popcorn balls.
Oh.
You like them?
Yeah, but I use caramel.
Oh, you do?
I don't use molasses. I don't like them. I told you.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot.
I like the other stuff made out of them, but I don't like popcorn balls made out of them.
All right.
Yeah. I like caramel.
Yeah, that's
Melted
good.
caramel.
We cook it, and then we buy it back. I've been thinking that long.
And you have to stir.
So you have to keep stirring real hard when you put that sugar
Yeah.
in.
We have to stir it hard.
If not, it'll stick even worse with
Yeah.
the sugar in, won't it?
Yeah, oh yeah.
And that's a 10-pound bag of sugar, right?
Yeah. I'll let him stir that up, and then I'll put another.
All right. Would you like some help with that?
Now, you want to do this?
I can help you pour just a little bit at a time. You want to hold the microphone again?
I'll hold it while you talk.
All right. Do you have to put this in a figure 8 or a W?
Yeah, or just go around. As long as you just pour it sort of slow, then keep up with you.
All right. Am I doing all right
You're
now?
doing wonderful.
Okay.
You're just going to be a plain old apple butter maker.
I might have to get a degree in apple butter making. You reckon they have one down there at ETSU?
I doubt it.
So,
They can teach that in schools.
well, we're teaching it on the television right here. So we got one up on the college, don't we?
We on TV?
Right now we are, yeah.
Oh, my heavens. You're doing good.
thank you. Hey, just a little bit more here, Lynn.
Is this a change of color?
Mm-hmm. It's getting a little bit,
Is that brighter?
yeah.
It's more like jelly?
So there's 20 pounds. Now let's see.
This is 10 more. That's 30.
So that makes 30. All right. Looks like you've got a little bit better technique than I did, but I'd say you've done it before.
I have done it several times.
So,
I'm 63, and I remember doing it when I was just a little girl watching my mom.
really?
Yeah, my grandmother make it.
Would you make as much apple butter then as you would as you're making today?
Oh, we probably make. Oh yeah, we made more then.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we couldn't go to the store and buy it. We had to make it. We could buy the sugar, but we couldn't. You know, we raised our own apples. And,
So, well, that's good. I tell you what, I'll come back here and whenever you get ready to put the cinnamon in. And is that the last thing you do
That's
before
it.
you put it in the jar?
Put it in the jar and seal it.
All right. Now you have to let it cool before you put it in the jar. Or do you
No,
put it in
we have to
hot?
put it in hot.
Is that
Yeah.
what makes it seal?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, we'll come back and we'll see that here in just a little bit.
Okie dokie.
Jesse James was a man and he killed many a man. He robbed the Glendale train and he stole from the rich and he gave to the poor with a hand and a heart and a brain. Oh, poor Jesse had a wife to mourn for his life, 3 children, they were brave. But that dirty little coward that shot Mr. Howard has laid poor Jesse in his grave. Friends, if you like that song right there and would like it on CD, let me just step out of the way and show you something right here. It is on volume number 2 of my specially priced $5 CDs. For more information about them or any other of my CDs, go to robbyspencer.com. Well, we've got back here. We're on the tail end of this apple butter deal right here. And we've got the sugar in there and we've got it cooked back down. And Susie's here with the cinnamon. And she's getting ready to put the cinnamon in. You said you didn't want to talk, but I got some questions.
Okay.
All right. We'll talk and we'll just show them stirring that cinnamon in there. How much cinnamon did you put in there?
I put about 4 or 5 drops, but this is pure cinnamon. You
All
have
right.
to get it at the drugstore.
All right, let me see. Got to be careful
Touch
with
it, it'll
this.
blister you.
We'll hold this here in front of the camera and show what it looks like.
Cinnamon oil.
Cinnamon oil. And why do you have to be careful with it?
Because it's hot, it'll burn you.
It'll burn you just like
Cinnamon.
a hot oil or something like that.
Yeah, like pepper when you cut hot peppers. or
Oh,
what-
blister you, kind of like
Oh, yeah.
poison ivy or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. And you have to put cinnamon in it to the taste, and you got a taste of it.
But the taste wrong.
Yeah.
You want me to come around?
Out of the spoon.
Well, was that some? You
You want to taste? I'll make a handful.
all right? Well, you hold my microphone and I'll get around here in front of the camera and taste it and tell you what it tastes like. Well, here we are. I've got this apple butter in this plate right here. Tastes good.
Got enough cinnamon?
It sure does.
Does it?
It does. Well, for my taste, but on the commercial market, you might need to put a little bit more in there.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Well, Susie, I sure do appreciate you helping me out here and everybody. And I guess just sit around your TV and watch for yourself to be a star there. All right. This is Robby Spencer. We'll see you next time on a different show.